The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Dirty floors? Not a problem with the new Taylor Swiffer.
Hard floors, maybe they need cleaning. I know what will leave them gleaming. The new Taylor Swiffer mop.
Yes, the new Taylor Swift.
Lightweight, easy to carry. Picks up messes that are hairy.
Thank you,
and
Taylor.
Dust and dirt and other things that you've got.
Taylor, they've got the idea now. The new Taylor Swiffer. It just keeps going and going. Just like you know who. Taylor, stop singing. Enough, Taylor. Shut up.
It stores right in your closet and it's cheap.
Do something like this and totally redeem yourself.
It's the morning
Live from the Rockstar Ranch at Texas Homegrown Studios, it's the Morning Ride.
Yeah, baby.
The question is, are you ready?
I believe in it now. I believe it's going to happen to me now. I'm ready for it.
Live from the Rockstar Ranch in Texas, Homegrown Studios.
All right, welcome back in to the Morning Ride right here on Texas Homegrown Radio. Live from the Rockstar Ranch and Texas Homegrown Studios.
That's right.
I got my rally hat on. I ran out of coffee, so I thought I would turn it because like a machine, you know.
I only turn mine around when
You
I'm
ever-
getting serious.
You ever watch that movie Over the Top
No.
with Sylvester Stallone? Gotta watch it.
I had to get
It was
that.
one of my favorites when I was a kid.
I had to get that.
He's a truck driving arm wrestler.
Okay.
Yeah. Like when he in his 18-wheeler, he has a weight rack system set up where he can lift weights with his one arm while he's driving. But the whole movie, he's trying to win money so he can get his son back. But the whole movie is when he's arm wrestling, right? And then he gets right here and he does this move where he does this stunt. It's called Over the Top. And he moves his hand over the top of the other guy's. Bam! But he has
Good
this cap. And he's wearing his cap like this. But before he arm wrestles, he says. And they're like, why do you turn his hat like that? And they're like, it's like a machine. He turns it. He gets ready. He's like a machine. And then over the top. Bam! That's the whole,
That's the trick.
I remember even as a kid, though, thinking,
That is the trick.
some guy walked into a movie office, right? And he's like, I got this idea for a movie.
Check
And they're
this
like, all right. What? And he's like, it's an action movie. And they're like, okay.
check
And it's
this
got
out.
Sylvester Stallone in it. And they're like, oh,
You still with me?
okay. So, all right, action movie, Sylvester Stallone.
All right.
He's like, and here's the thing. He drives an 18-wheeler. They're like, okay, that's good. I like that. Action. And he's like, and he does his hat like this, and he's a machine. And they're like, wait, what? And he's like, and he's an arm wrestler.
He's got one arm that's really buff.
and his one arm's bigger than the other arm, and then he's going to like arm wrestle guys bigger than him, but like break their arms. And the whole story of the movie is he's going to win his son back because he's a great arm wrestler. Like someone pitched this movie, and these executives went, I like it. Arm wrestling.
What'd you put in his coffee? Just a
Like,
little bit of bourbon.
You almost lost me with a hat thing, but then you brought me back with the over the top.
I feel like it was like he said everything, and then he was like, "But how's he winning? What's his shtick?" Well, he locks his wrist like this and goes. There's a move called over the top,
And boom.
and bam.
And no one else was smart enough to see his move and figure it out and do it against him.
Yeah,
Through the whole movie.
And then they were like, okay, yeah, all right, I'll fund.
I like
this.
it. I like this.
I will fund
How
this
much is
movie.
it going to cost? $2 million. Done. Let me write you a check.
Get me more of this coffee too.
Like, think about it. Every bad movie, someone had to pitch that to someone.
Sharknado.
And then other guys go like, this could work.
No, I mean, I wonder what happened with Plan 9 from Outer Space, though. I mean, that one couldn't have been a joke. I mean, I think they were serious on that one.
Some of it, maybe.
Or the Forbidden Planet.
They're like, all right, here's the deal. We're going to have apes riding horses. And they're going to take over the planet. And some executive goes, whoo, that's scary. We should do that.
Do the apes talk?
Of course they talk.
Oh, that's even scarier.
They're smarter than the humans. They're taking over.
What? Apes that are smarter than humans? Wow, I love this.
I love it. Do they have opposable thumbs? No. That is not in the budget.
I need more pizza, please.
No, we can't.
More pizza?
We can't afford the opposable thumbs. We'll just...
They just they got these crazy guns that they just go gah, 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 gah. You know, they squeeze them and they shoot. You know,
I just love to think though, like I love to think of bad movies and think someone pitched that and somebody else went, "That's a great idea. I will spend a lot of money on that.
I will fund that."
Yeah,
and they were a big hit. I think one of my favorite bad movies is Idiocracy.
That was the. Telling the future though, that wasn't really a bad movie.
It's so funny, dude.
It's funnier now though than it was when I originally watched it. Like when I originally watched it, I was like, "That's pretty far fetched." You know what I mean? Like, come on.
And then it's like we're living.
But now it's like,
what?
Okay, I feel like that's kind of like Biden world that we're living in.
Let's go, Brandon.
I don't even like that anymore. Like because he accepted Brandon. Like he thinks his name is Brandon.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah, I think he thinks he is Brandon, and people cheering him on. Like it's bad, it's so bad. I forgot to look and see what the national holidays were today, so we know what to celebrate.
What do we know? Yeah,
because we can't not celebrate these great.
I don't know
governmental holidays.
I don't know what I would do if they weren't telling me what this. I got. Well,
it's kind of weird because we were talking about the chicken and the egg.
I didn't celebrate at all.
We were talking about which came first, the chicken or the egg or the biscuit. But it is National Egg Day.
Oh, okay. Like to egg someone or to eat eggs?
I don't know, but it's on there. No yolk. I'm telling you, I am not yoking around. I was like, that popped up. I was like, what the shell? It's there.
Your cereal, you ain't milking.
It cracked me up when I saw it.
Oh god! No, there's no yolk right there.
I think eggs are getting banned though because they're racist. All the egg whites are like not allowed anymore.
There's the yellow part.
The egg whites are the minority. Here's good news for everybody. Today is National Leave the Office Early Day.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
so we should get out of here.
Bye.
We're almost out of time anyway. Might as well finish the show, I guess. It's National Chocolate Macaroon Day.
Man, I always thought those looked weird. Like, is it a freaking hamburger or not?
Yeah, it looks like a little chocolate hamburger.
It's messed up, man. I mean,
that's what it looks like.
What is that?
It's a macaroon.
I never ate one of them things.
That's what people eat in England. They eat the macaroons and the crumpets.
Yeah, right, you are, Harry.
Cheerio.
Oh, cheerio, mate.
I don't know why they're always eating Cheerios.
Cheerios are
telling everybody to eat Cheerios. Cheerios.
Hey,
I'm like,
so
why do you love Cheerios?
With the damn Cheerios.
Yeah. You ever tried Frosted Flakes? Shit.
Come on, man.
Cheerios.
Come on. I eat oatmeal, fool.
Fruit Loop this.
Peaches and cream oatmeal, fool.
I don't eat my Wheaties anymore because all the athletes on the front of the box turned into women. So I don't eat the Wheaties.
But you know they're not really.
Not really what?
Well, aren't they trannies?
Oh, I don't know. But I ain't chancing it. And I ain't eating them Wheaties.
You never know with sports anymore, you know. This chick's out there like she's 6'5", just killing it. You're like, whoa, check that out.
You know what?
Penis falls out.
I feel like they really missed the boat on advertising with Caitlyn Jenner. Like, I feel like they should have done like Almond Joy commercial and be like, sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Almond Joy's got nuts, mounds nope. I feel like there was a whole missed opportunity there. Sometimes Bruce has nuts, Caitlyn don't. You know what I mean? I feel like it could have been a great commercial.
Oh man, we're veering off the highway here.
Oh man! Oh, and one more holiday. It is National Repeat Day.
All right. We're not going to repeat all
It
that.
is National Repeat Day. It is National Repeat Day. That was my favorite joke as a kid was Pete and Repeat were sitting on the fence and Pete fell off. Who was left?
Pete fell off.
If Pete and Repeat were sitting on a fence
What happened to Pete? What do you
and
do?
Pete fell off, who's left? And you'd say Repeat. And then you just... If Pete and Repeat were sitting on a fence and Pete fell off, who was left?
Repeat. Okay.
If Pete and Repeat were... That was one of my favorite jokes.
Dang, that went right over my head, man. I hadn't had no coffee this morning.
That one, and I had an old man one time go, "Hey, come here. You want me to tell you a dirty joke?" I was like, "Yeah, of course." And he's like, "Don't tell your dad I told you this one, but a white horse fell in a puddle of mud." He like built it up this big, and I'm like, "Hey." And then the rest of my mind went, "I can't wait to go tell somebody this joke."
That's pretty funny.
He built this whole thing up like I was going to learn this great joke that I wasn't supposed to know. Same guy did tell me some really bad jokes.
Yeah. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Oh, Lord. Anyway, there's some national holidays you can celebrate today.
Amen.
Can't leave those out on my day back.
No, sure.
I was trying to remember. There were so many weird, crazy things that happened in the hospital. And I was going to talk about them, and now I can't remember any of them. I imagine they'll hit me later. As soon as I leave, I'll be like, "Oh, yeah, I forgot to talk about this or that." But a lot of weird stuff happened in there. It was so funny, though. Like, I've been in there so much for, like, major things. Like, that I was in the ICU, and this one guy comes walking by, and he stops, this guy nurse, and he goes, "Texas Homegrown Radio, what's up?" I was like, "Hey, man," I don't remember his name. I remembered he was a nurse.
Yeah.
He's like, "I've been listening to your station ever since you were in here last time."
Nice.
I was like, "No, you haven't." And he pulls up on his phone, and he goes, "Look."
Nice.
He goes, "I didn't even know there was such a thing as Texas music."
You do now?
He goes, "Yeah, because he was from up north. A lot of the nurses and stuff moved from other places, And he was like all about it. He was like, "Heck yeah!" And so he would like come check on me. I wasn't even his patient. Like I had like other nurses come check on me because I wanted to start. They always put these bands on you, like what you're allergic to, and like, But they put this one on me, and it's yellow, and it says Fall Risk. And I told all of them that we needed to start a band with like actual nurses that played music and call it Fall Risk. It'd be like a great alternative rock band name, like Fall Risk. And just we'll steal all the bands from the hospital, all the yellow bands from the hospital, and that would be what when people pay a ticket to get in, you get a Fall Risk band.
Good idea.
And then we all stage dive at the same time.
Fall Risk.
Yeah. You got to wear the yellow socks with the stuff on the bottom.
You don't have to catch me.
You wear the yellow socks with the grips on the bottom that no one likes. Yeah. Fall Risk.
Playing in a hospital gown.
Yeah.
Go for it.
No backside. Oh, Kayla K, what's up? Kayla K's
Talk to
watching.
Mernon to you.
She's my bougie buddy.
Right on.
I don't have a lot of bougie buddies, but she's my bougie buddy.
Cool. I don't know what that means.
That's an inside joke thing. Can't tell it outside.
Oh. Only inside.
It's an inside joke. Only inside. Only indoors. That's what I thought when I was a kid. That's what I thought inside joke meant. You can tell it
It's
when
like
you're
inside voice.
Only it's inside joke. It's an inside joke. Don't be telling this outside.
I think it's time for me to have that cup of coffee.
You know what's bad? Like all the things wrong with me, they didn't give me any good drugs. Like they kept giving me a lot of drugs, but nothing like that made you feel good. I told them my jokes would have been a lot funnier.
They're like, "Hey, what about that morphine?" Oh.
But I did have a nurse that. So this is gross. I shouldn't tell it, but I'm already started, so I might as well. So I didn't go to the bathroom for like 2 weeks. Like the number 2, and they're like, "You have to," and I was like, "I can't." And I was on a bed, right, and I couldn't move because I didn't want to. I was trying to wait till I could get up and go myself.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to have to. And so it got really bad. So this nurse named Helen from the Philippines, she was awesome. Helen was like, the one older nurse that everyone looked up to, you know, like she was the cool one. Mm-hmm. That actually knew what was going on.
Right.
So Helen had to like give me an enema, which I'd never had before.
Holy cow.
Yeah. And she had to like reach up in there. And I said, right in the middle of the most awkward part of it, I said, Helen, I don't know what you're looking for, but I got a dentist. And we both started laughing. And then she came in later and she's like, my sheets are off and I was like, half asleep. And she's like, hey, your gown's coming up. Like, you're showing all your junk to everybody, you know. It looks like she fixes my gown for me. I said, Helen, does it really matter? Like, you know where your arm was just like not too long ago? I think we're past this. Like, we're more than friends now.
Best friends.
But Helen was awesome. Like, she wasn't even my nurse either. This one day, and she came in and something was wrong. She's like, why do they do this? And I was like, I don't know. That they told me this and this. She goes, that's unacceptable. I'll be back.
All them Filipino ladies, man, they're get after.
She told me that. She goes,
I'll tell you what.
she said the only way out of the Philippines is to either become a nurse, a singer, or a really good soccer player. But she told me like there was like everybody was like
more tomorrow.
She said everybody in the Philippines sang karaoke all the time. It was like a huge thing.
It is.
And I was like, I said the new guy from Journey is from the Philippines. I watched the documentary on Journey, and he took Steve Perry's place. And she goes, I don't like him. I was like, the guy from the Philippines? You don't like him? She goes, he's fake. I don't like him. I like the original. I was like, okay.
No, man.
She did not like that dude copying Steve Perry like at all.
I worked with a Filipino dude who was like
awesome.
3'9", and it sounded like he was cursing all the time when he was speaking English. He would just like, I mean, he kept making that noise.
What?
It was like he walked into the room, what you doing? I don't know if he was cursing or not, but it always sounded like he was cursing. He might have been.
He probably was.
He was probably messing with all of us. But he was funny. He was real funny.
I don't know, but Helen was my favorite. She was awesome. Mm-hmm. I told all of them to listen, so maybe they'll be watching this morning. But
amen, brother. That's good she took care of it.
Helen's great. I had some really good ones, man. UT Southwestern is like
tops,
legit.
right?
It's tops. It's legit. They took good care of me. I did have one nurse that was a Karen that I could not stand. She was my last one.
There's always one, right?
There's always one. And I got her the last 2 nights I was there, and it was just...
I'm glad they took good care of you, brother.
The last 2 nights was not... She was not good. She told me her whole life story.
Really?
She was a terrible nurse.
Bad nurse.
Oh, terrible. Terrible. And but everything was everybody else's fault.
Oh, man.
Every time she couldn't do something, it was because somebody else...
Oh, they're getting in her way.
Yeah.
She just can't.
Other people didn't do something right.
She can't
That's
get
why.
ahead.
Yeah.
Everything. Woe was
Yeah.
me. Poor you. No. That's the kind of you don't want that in a hospital. You need people that are hopeful, you know?
Yeah, she was not.
If you're not hopeful and you're working in a hospital, you're just like bringing despair
I think
to
she's
people.
the one
what are
that,
you doing?
She's the one they send in so that you want to go home. Like, it worked.
Doggone, man. Of course,
Yeah.
you were ready to get out of there as soon as you got there.
I was ready to get out of there.
Tom, before that, you went over there in a helicopter.
Yeah, I think I'm the limit of size of man that can be fit into the helicopter, because it was they barely got me in that thing.
Really?
Yeah, like I was shoved in, and like there was like this much room between me and the shelf above me.
Could you see anything
Yeah.
while you was up there?
Yeah,
What
and I heard them talking too about. They were about to have to land the helicopter because I was losing too much oxygen and they didn't have enough oxygen to give me. So they thought they were going to have to land at another hospital before I got there to give me more oxygen. They thought they were going to make it. And I was like, whoa, what'd you just say? And she was like, nothing. And puts these headphones on me. I was like, don't you mute me. Don't you do it. And I couldn't move.
Oh, nothing.
So, but
thanks for that.
And then they almost dropped me, putting me in. And then they almost dropped me getting me out.
What?
Yeah. But
they got you.
The worst one was this last time they decided I wouldn't really fit, so they're going to take me in an ambulance. But the ambulance doesn't turn the lights on and go fast all the way to Dallas because they got me stable enough, so they didn't turn the lights on. So we're stuck in traffic in Weatherford like everybody. And then, so I'm just sitting there, almost dying. And then we go a little further, stuck in traffic again. Then I'm looking out the back because there's a guy driving, there's a guy sitting behind me. And I'm looking out the back and I was like, hey, man, I don't want to complain about my ambulance ride, but I don't remember going through like this shady part of it was like a residential area. I was like, I don't remember going through a shady residential area to get to the hospital. And he goes, it's because we're lost. The guy driving goes, we're not lost. We had to take a detour because there was a wreck. I was like, are we lost?
Because we're lost.
And he goes, we're not lost. The other guy's like, we're lost. I'm like, yeah, we're lost. You lost me on the way to the hospital. He's like, we're not lost. We're on a detour.
The old dude's looking at you.
And I can't see either one of these guys. I'm just looking out the back of the window. I'm like, I don't want to die in a dirty residential area. And he's like, we're not lost. Like, I don't want to die in South Dallas. Like, come on, man. This is not how I want to go.
If I is, take me down to Super K, get me a knuckle pack on a penny peppermint stick.
It was bad. But then those guys are really cool. They like kind of hung out with me a little bit when I got there. And they were funny. I was like, I can't believe you lost me on the way to the hospital. He goes, we weren't lost. It was a detour. It's like, yeah, it sounds like me and Jeb on the way to a gig. Going to Gatesville via Lampasas. I think we might be lost.
Shoot, yeah, we went all the way to Lampasas trying to get to. We were going to Cransfield's Gap.
No, that's when we were going to Gatesville to open up for Rick Trevino the first time.
Right, that's right. And we passed our turn.
And there was no gas stations.
We got almost to Lampasas, and then so I was like, oh crap, we're not gonna make it. You and my wife were like, we're gonna make it. So I was like, all right, turn everything off.
There was no gas stations the route we went. It was like all back roads.
So I held it at 50, and I was like,
turned the air conditioner off,
and I was coasting
we're
down
all
the hills.
sweating.
I was coasting down the hills.
I didn't think we were gonna make it.
We made it.
We made it.
So did. With time to spare. Somehow.
Well, we've gone over time already this morning, but we'll be back and do it again tomorrow. And my mini-me will be with us tomorrow, Braden.
Yeah.
We'll have to give him a radio name.
Yeah, what are we going to do?
I'm thinking about something. I call him Batman because his initials are BAT, B-A-T.
Batman.
So maybe Batman.
Heck yeah.
We'll see what he wants to do. Mm-hmm. But he'll be in with us tomorrow, maybe in the next couple days. Who knows?
Right on. Batman.
Special guest.
I like that. Batman.
JoJo Jr. All right, we got to get out of here. Thank you to our sponsors for making it possible for us to do this every morning and for hanging with us when I wasn't here. Triple Crown Ford in Lincoln, in Stephenville, Texas.
They got the keys you need.
Mm-hmm. Go down there to get you fixed up. I actually got to go see them. I got to get an oil change today.
I don't.
Yeah. Because my truck, when I cranked it this morning, said, you need an oil change. It's at 0%.
Now. Do it now.
So I guess that's not good.
Probably not good.
Also brought to you by Brazos River Air Conditioning.
Do you need an AC?
Call Wasey. That's the best slogan ever. And brought to you by Cannonball Insurance Solutions. That was weak. There we go. I got to get back to practice.
Nice.
And brought to you by Dana Dethridge Double T Barbecue.
You don't need no teeth to chew.
That's right. Over there in Bluffdale, Texas. Stop off and see them out there on 377.
Where they're narrow air conditioned.
Yeah. Now they got an inside and an outside eating area.
And beer.
And wineritas.
I don't know what that is, but
it's
put wine
like
in a burrito.
It's like a margarita but with wine.
Oh.
Like sangria.
Oh shoot! I was picturing pouring wine in a tortilla. Like I pour my wine inside a tortilla. Winerita.
What? Is that a song?
It's a wine and a burrito. I just made that crap up. Don't post it.
I don't think I want a winerita.
Right, sounds like a burrito.
That sounds really messy.
Just kidding. That's what I was picturing, but you cleared that up. Yeah. My bad.
Yeah, I know.
Dang it.
It's more like a margarita, but with wine, with sangria wine.
I like margarita. Margarita's
basically it's a sangria wine on ice
instead of tequila.
It's just a way to say it. Yeah, it's
Word
just
up.
a fancier way to say it.
Iced up.
Sangria.
Sangria. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And the morning ride brought to you by Wiley Disposal.
You're dressing a Bailey.
Call Wiley.
Don't lose your smiley.
There was this kid at this restaurant we went to, and he was he was a special kid, you know, super nice, and they let him like do the chips and stuff,
Cool, yeah.
and pick up plates or whatever.
Right.
And we got to talking about sports. And man, this dude is the biggest sports fan, but I was laughing so hard because I brought up the Dallas Cowboys, and I was like, "Can you believe they're bringing back Ezekiel Elliott?" He goes, "He's trash." He went off on Ezekiel. I was like, "Oh my god!" It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Sorry, had to say that. And the morning ride also brought to you by Beverly Gosden Jenkins and the A-Team.
Well, the cream of the crop.
Go to the top.
Call the A-Team.
Right. Hey, thank you, Dusty Star Williams. Appreciate it. Kaylee K, thanks for tuning in.
Heck yeah.
We'll be back tomorrow. We'll do it all over again. I'm going to let you finish the show out today.
All right.
Till next time, Jody Lee for Jet Bridges saying, take it easy. And if it's easy.
It ain't cooking.
With wine?
Something like that. Dang. Man, I'm going to have to get better at that. I'm a little rusty, okay?
A little weary from the road. Bye, everybody.
Top to morning in the afternoon.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
I apologize. I forgot you were there.